Hey, Hamilton here, HorrorHound Cincinnati 2019. And you might not recognize this guy, but once he tells you who he is, you will.
Hi, James Jude Courtney.
Now, James, your face isn't familiar in a certain sense. Tell us about the work you just recently have done.
I just completed Halloween, the 40th on the 40th anniversary. We did the sequel to the original, which was a blast. Jamie Lee came back.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, what
and you shared the real lead of the movie, Michael Myers, or The Shape.
Yeah, actually Nick came back and did one scene,
which
was beautiful because when he came back, we were hoping to have a moment when he would pass the baton to me, when he would pass the torch, and it happened because the scene where Laurie Strode pulls up and sees the shape up in the window was Nick. When you see him in the window, but when she shoots the gun and hits the mirror, that was me because that was a stunt. The projectile was like about 2 inches away from my head, so they weren't going to put Nick in that situation. I guess I'm expendable.
Yeah. I was going to say it's nice to be chopped liver once in a while.
Yeah, right? Yeah, thanks.
Well, it was fantastic. I happened to be in Los Angeles, and I went to one of the theaters down there in the Strip, and they had the full sets and the costumes all displayed there, and I was able to see the movie within the first week, and it was so much fun, and you guys did a fantastic job with it. It was exciting.
Thanks. We worked really hard. There were really long, brutal days, but we knew when we were shooting it that we had something special.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew it. We all knew something special was happening, and that starts with the script.
Yeah.
And when we got, and here's the thing: Danny McBride, being a comedian, I think personally, comedians have the greatest insight into humanity, far greater than anybody else, because they have to see the irony in life, and they have to deal with pain and make it funny, and so they have insight that so there's subtle humor and an understanding of human nature and the human psyche, and so it started with that and just snowballed.
Yeah, and they put the humor in the right spots without making it ridiculous. Toby Huss was cracking me up in that film.
Yeah. Right.
Now. What kind of shenanigans were happening behind the scenes? Was it a pretty serious set, or was it a?
It was fun and congenial, but for me, it was all. We all became very close. We all worked really, really well together. Jamie is very self-deprecating and kind of quirky. Super professional. Everybody was super professional. I think it was almost like. You know what it felt like? It felt like we were a Shakespearean troupe from like 500 years ago.
Yeah.
And we'd all come together in this lifetime to get together and have some fun again.
Excellent. Now, do you have is your background in theater, or do you do stage at all? Because you've got a lovely voice and you project well, so I could see you as a stage.
Oh, thank you. No, I've done stage, but film was always my thing. My dad. I have 6 younger brothers, and my dad shot all of our football games on film and in any like athletic competition we did. Martial arts, that kind of stuff. So I started making my own films with my dad's 8mm camera in 5th grade, and in 4th grade I knew I was going to make movies. So for me, it's always been about film.
Do you have any of those films still?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Have you transcribed them to or transferred them to?
No. I mean, think about the film a 5th grader makes.
I am. Those are the best films ever made.
I eventually, I guess I will. I mean, I've got boxes of all our football games, and I've got boxes.
Well, I mean, it's just like those kinds of things. Like I think people would like to see that, and comment below if you want to see some of your childhood films. I think that would be some good viewing. I would watch those.
Someday I'll dig that up. I think it'll have to be the right time.
Yeah. You can sell it at your table.
Yeah, right.
Now, how are people responding to you? Have you done a lot of conventions?
I did a few last year, and this is the 3rd one this year. We've got quite a few more set up. Man, it's like little drops of love. Like every fan that comes up is just so exuberant and so happy to be there. And I'm so happy to meet them because and I've said this so many times, it's like if the world operated the way this operates, we would never have wars. You know what I mean? Because it's all about love. I mean, everybody there's just so much. And here's the thing: is when you nerd out about anything, like when you're nerding out with your fellow nerds who are into something and passionate about something, everything goes out the window. Your race, religion, socioeconomics, gender preference, none of that matters. It's like what you're passionate about, and you share that passion, and it's all about love.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's such a great feeling.
but you were fantastic, and I would like to see more of you. So lose the mask next time, buddy.
Well, actually, I think if you look at the film from the various angles they hit me at, if you put a composite of those angles together,
You
you
can see the
actually
whole
get
face?
the face.
Interesting.
You actually get the face.
I did catch the when you're out in the yard in the prison.
Yeah.
I caught a lot of that, and
So yeah, I mean, if you put it together, you can get the face. I mean, I had my beard going, and then I had Chris Nelson's eye, which took an hour to put on every morning, and was amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's. But I think from this point forward, I'll be wearing the mask if I end up
if you
doing
do.
another one.
Well, I would like you to see you in some other projects too, because.
Yeah, well, I'm producing a film right now that I wrote, so we'll.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's a coming of age story of a high school soccer player.
Yeah.
And a kid deals with a lot of things kids are dealing with now, and very, very contemporary. And of course, it's. I think kids deal with things now that we're being more realistic. With the level of drug addiction and the challenges that parents face dealing with kids, and so I think it's really important for me to make films on some level that uplift and inspire. And doing Halloween has been inspirational for so many people. I've gotten so many beautiful letters from people who were in trauma over just really deep issues, but they went to see Halloween, and it allowed them to emote and allowed them to release themselves from whatever they were dealing with. So that was very healing. My film is about healing in a different way, but for me, anything I do from this point forward.
So, are you still in like pre-production or production?
We're still working financing out,
yeah.
and that's that. Once lawyers get involved, that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But that's that game. So.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's a success.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
And I'd like to see more.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
I enjoyed it. Thanks.